Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Bryce Young, Week 18, big-time overtime win on the road. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, inexpensive way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So hop over there, join, become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Bryce Young, Week 18 for the Panthers. What a season. Up and down and up. And right here, ya boy, Thielen, go up there, make it happen. Love it. Little final victory lap here for your guy, 19, doing his thing, going up. Dude's always had a catch radius. Okay, that's never been the issue. The issue has always been separation and speed. That's a hell of a catch. There's no way around it. Beautiful job tracking it. It's a beautiful throw. Give him a chance. It's third and medium, short-ish. Okay, this is shallow cross with Thielen doing what I'm going to call an inside fade. Go, I don't know. Go out there and win, I guess. Here's that over-the-ball hook. That shallow coming to it, almost always paired with what I'm used to calling a swirl or a 7-stop. If this wasn't there, so if you didn't catch press, middle field close, pitcher look for that fade, you're probably going to come back and try to hit the shallow with man-to-man. It's going to be tough because you've got somebody tracking him and they've got an extra thief or rat player in there. So glad we made the decision to do this. Again, separation, not there. Make a play, catch radius, big time. Third down, situational ball. Again, if that's your type of route at the top, good for you. It works here. For me, it doesn't look quick. It doesn't look explosive. It's a hell of a catch. Okay, you can't argue the outcome there. Make a play. Go get it. Give your guy a chance. Bryce Young, a little pedal. We're getting pulled here footwork wise, but you can guess, right? We're on our toe. Okay, it doesn't matter. Up and down, touch, decisive. And that's a beautiful catch. Straight up, outstanding. First down. Next one here, another third down, this time 3rd and 6 inside the red zone. We're going to hit Leggett. He's a 17, the number 2 down here to the bottom. I guess I'm going to call that a bit of a crosser. This play is made, in my opinion, because Bryce Young's ability to evade within the pocket. So he's able to make somebody miss. We take an L, can't pass out the stunt on the right side. You can see the quick, sudden pocket movement, and it's a hell of a catch as well. So we're making plays for 9, no doubt. But as we can't pass off the little TE to our right stunt, we don't bail. It's over, reset our feet, give our guy a chance, and that's a hell of a catch. So 2 plays, 2 unbelievable catches here on third down. Now, to me, this play is probably designed to go right here on what I consider a form of dagger. Now, how they get there is a little unique because here's where the ball is going to end up being caught. I'll call this more of a crosser. This is more the traditional clear post out of there. So that, to me, these 2, the 1 and the 3 here, are the traditional elements of dagger. I like this runaway as a potential man beater. It's almost always paired out of this with some variation of a shallow. Now, what are we doing here? Is this guy playing this correctly? Who knows? But what I love is we take an L on the right side. We're able to not bail, not reset, not turn and run. We're able to avoid, bam, quick, sudden, reset our base and give our guy a chance. And he goes and rewards us by making a play. So just play this thing out here, down here to the bottom. Do we have the dagger in structure? Maybe, but by the time that dagger comes open, I'm not going to say it, but it, taking a while, we got to move, right? We're already off our spot. We're making a move before the dagger's even opening up. Reset our feet, super quick on the reset of the base, just quick, sudden. I thought this game had a number of opportunities where Bryce Young showed off that kind of magician vibe, that playmaker, that point guard vibe. Whoop! Again, look how quick, sudden, fluid this is. Yep. Reset. I mean, you can't do it much faster than that. Now, you can give him a better ball, but it's good enough. Good enough is good enough. Go make a play. Hell yeah. Next one here. 1st and goal from the 3. This is going to end up being Bryce Young scrambling for a touchdown run. Now, how this play sorts itself out, to me, almost always starts up top and works right to left. This is a beautiful job from Bryce Young, just being creative, elusive, tough to bring down for a little guy. There's a lot to like here. I think the thing that kind of makes me the most excited is I think that there's probably an error here by 82 as far as who he's blocking, and we're able to overcome it. And so the structure of this play is not set up for success. Bryce Young runs through a couple arm tackles and we got a touchdown. So what I'm saying here is this play almost universally across football is this guy in the flat is 1. And then because you're already on that side, this kind of happens too with your eyes. So you, from under center, you reverse out. The offensive line is almost always on a full slide away. You fake it to the back, and then the back blocks that C gap. And so we're really trying to go here 1, here 2, and then back across the other way as you flip your hips. If those 2 aren't there, then usually you'll have someone run into the back pylon. And then right here, this is the one I have questions about. Right here, the inline tight end. So theoretically, to me, he's supposed to hit the edge and then come out of here. And so whether it's 3-4 or vice versa, it really doesn't matter. My thing here is this play, in my opinion, would be a lot better if he blocked down. And again, I don't know his rules. Okay, I do have a strong opinion about tight end coaches and that being the best job on the coaching staff. But right here, I would guess he blocks the wrong guy, because when he goes out here, not only does it widen the edge, okay, it then makes his path tougher, wider. Now, who knows if he's going to be there because we've got this guy out there too. But to me here, this decision by the inline tight end to go out versus what I would probably want to go down, because both these guys are theoretically unblocked. If they were to both blitz, most universal plays in this regard where you get the full line going to the left, everyone's going left gap, we're going to be hot. But because only one comes, we're fine. I just feel like the inline tight end goes to the wrong guy. At the end of the day, all my talking, Bryce Young overcomes. There's nothing there. Even if 82 does the right thing, which I think he probably does the wrong thing, we're then still able to overcome it. Nice job fighting through it, find a way to get in the end zone. It's an awesome job because it's not there. Bryce Young bails us out. We don't block it correctly. That's a big ass to ask 6 to kind of go into the groin of 90 here. You got to go lower to chop that cat right above his knee. Whoop. Not there. Fight through it. Touchdown. Hell yeah. Next one here, 2nd and 6. There's nothing there. We're in empty. Looks like 12 or 13 personnel. Empty, 3x2. There's nothing there, coach. Whoever put this one up, no thanks. This is Bryce Young, again, making a play, being a point guard, distributing, doing his thing. Your boy FF making a play. Now, who knows what 84 is doing at the line of scrimmage here? It's not for me. But if we're check running basic crosses or ins, we got a problem. But I love Bryce Young being able to create, move, stay on the run with his eyes up. Again, where this ball ends up going here, right here, whatever this release is, I'm unfamiliar with check, chip, and then get into a intermediate route. To me is going to be real tough most of the time. Everything else, though, we'll pause this saying, where would you like this to go? I don't know. Okay, but I do know that I love Nine's capacity here to make something happen. As he's got to buy time, his eyes are up, flips it back across the field. There are a number of instances where he is the creator, can extend, make plays, make good decisions. Little unique empty formation here. Whatever, it's not there, create. Eyes up. We're not looking to run. We're looking to create, throw the ball down the field. It's a big time play. I love it. And again, just because it doesn't make sense to me doesn't mean it's not good football, theoretically. But, it's a tough ask. Watch 84 on the left. Whatever this release is, chip and then run down the field in, that's tough, dog. It's a great job, though, from Bryce Young here to say, not going to force it. Nothing there. Drop 8. I got time. Create. Arm angle. Let's go. First down. Next one here. This is a beautifully designed touchdown pass to the back. So out the backfield, we're going to run what I'm used to calling like a tailback wheel. You call it a rail. You call it almost an iteration of a leak also. It's all kind of in the same family. I really like the design here. To me, this is a formation F. We're trying to really screw with the Falcons defense. We catch them in what I would call some iteration of match coverage. So again, they're putting red sleeves, Judon, in a really tough spot here. There's no doubt about it. But this is the first part of this is it's a somewhat condensed formation, right? We're all inside the numbers. We're going to come up here and we're going to run some in-breaker. Okay, now, when this becomes what I'm calling match coverage here, meaning these guys are running with these guys, we're matching up here. What this safety does in what is really a 3-by-1 formation, so 3 eligibles, 1 eligible, but really it's kind of like glorified quads with the back. So what does this safety do? Is he hunting up the number 2 down here to this side? So if we get this fast release, is he there? Is he poaching, tricksing, hunting up the number 3 to this side? So if you know you're going to get that, and he's going to chase the number 1 here across the field, you're going to get this opportunity right here to sneak through here and basically ask an edge, okay, who's by no means a coverage guy in my mind, to go cover down the field. It's beautifully designed. It's excellent. Now, you still got to execute it at a high level, but really watch right here and then watch this weak side safety to see them kind of get themselves into all sorts of trouble. Now, again, I'm not saying anyone's necessarily wrong because I don't know what the defensive call is. You can see here from the best seat in the house, it looks like he's trying to communicate right here to, hey, we got to push out here. We got another vertical on the other side of the field. But still, this is a beautiful job. I love the idea of scheming people open, using the back, getting a mismatch, taking a vertical shot down the field. Bryce puts it right on him, and that is a beautiful touchdown. Strike up the band. Love it. So we get a little bit of scheme, a little bit of trickeration. Again, changing the launch point. And if it's not there, you can see the shallow coming across, right? It was 0. Protect it up. Beautiful up and down. That's a big time play from the backfield. Hell yeah. Next one here, 3rd and 2, right before the end of the first half here, end of the second quarter, less than a minute left. We're going to run what I'm used to calling probably supposed to be a version of mesh traffic. Now, there are a few things here that we're going to talk through scheme-wise. Now, this to me is not on Bryce Young at all. Maybe you could say, hey, let's not throw it, but he's not in charge of where the back goes on this route. So the back to me is usually running a flat to the opposite side. Now, if you decide to exit out the C gap on this, meaning that in my mind, mesh traffic is most often ran through an A or B gap exit. So this is the A gap, this is the B gap, this is the C gap. When we are going to run a flat from right here, most times I feel like this is exited out here and then into the flat. And it's almost always paired with traditional mesh. So this would be coming back at you. We'd have this guy over the top running mesh out this way. He'd be over the ball hook. Now, this is where we get into kind of my favorite version of this. My favorite version of this is where this guy runs, essentially it's a quick out, but really it's like a clear flat. So you end up getting this one kind of pops sometimes. This is really 1. So this is kind of like almost like 0 or -1. Come here to 2, 3, 4. What they do, and there's no rules against this, is they just come up and as he runs, whether he's running to the vertical or to the post, it really doesn't matter. He's a non-factor for me. It's 3rd and 2. So my first thing would be, what are we doing here? It's not my favorite version of this. The next thing I would be most critical with is right here. So I'm guessing that they are not asking him to do the path that he takes, because the path that he takes goes up and then he goes around Judon. So as he runs up the field here, we in a perfect world here, you would want to exit underneath that player to happen faster, the timing of this thing. So the path of the back kind of kills this thing. Now, does Bryce have to throw it after he takes the wrong path? No. Could he potentially come back and play this over the ball? Maybe. They're matching this thing up. And so our guy 19 here, not really our guy, more like your guy on a play like this, one of these guys drops off and is trying to match him. So as he comes across to run this mesh, he's almost avoiding contact. So him avoiding contact there doesn't give us a real traditional mesh. There's no pick or mesh there. He's getting a little bit of what I would consider like a type of route, okay, avoiding the contact. So we get that mesh and we get the bad path on the back and we get this player running whatever the hell that is, we've got some scheme issues, some execution issues, and all of a sudden we're punting. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is just watch the back path. So that's where the ball's probably designed to go. See him go back there. So as he goes around that, you really have no chance. It's going to be real tough to get there. Okay, now let's watch the route at the bottom of the screen. Okay, Coker. It's a nothing burger, right? That's a glorified slow clear. Okay, now let's watch Thielen. He is the number 2 point on the bunch here at the bottom. See him kind of, it looks like he gets tricked, like, oh shit, someone's dropping from the line of scrimmage. Like, oh no. And now I'm like, who should I run my mesh on? Oh, I'll avoid the contact. Okay, can't have it. Just not good enough. So we've got design, execution, rub issues, and we're punting. Now again, to me, is that on Bryce Young? Maybe you could say, hey, if the back goes sideways on you here and decides to like invent his own path out there, we can't have it. So to me here, maybe the only thing I could think of here, and again, I don't coach running backs, but pre-snap here, you could say, hey, this is going to be a tough exit for the back, right? Like if they all rush in these lanes, we're going to have a problem. But that's not what they do, right? This guy drops back. He's the guy that gives Thielen issues on the mesh. We could easily, in my opinion, exit right out the B gap and probably get a first down. So again, it's all kind of muddy on that play side. We can't figure it out. And now we're punting. Next one here, 3rd and 5 to start the third quarter. We're going to throw a slant down here to 17. Now, to me here, there are a number of things we can learn from this slant. Now, the other thing I want to mention is the criticisms that I'm giving to the perimeter are things that sound like quarterback excuses. Okay, to me, this is a good decision. Yes, maybe it's a little contact early, but this is one of those things for me, the route at the bottom can be better. This version of a slant is what I would consider like an A.J. Brown slant. And that's no knock on A.J. Brown. That's saying he's strong as hell. So he can come in here, give us one, reset inside, debo somebody off of him, and go in there and win. What I personally would prefer is to see 3 hard steps to the vertical, like you're going to run by somebody, and then come underneath harder or sharper. The other part here is if you only go jab and then come in to reset your stem, you have to take an angle where this corner cannot make a play on the ball. So to me here, not only do I not like the 1-step reset, I don't like the angle in. I would want a flatter angle in to make sure that I have an angle to the ball. And again, I'm acknowledging the fact that the guy's probably grabbing us early, and I wouldn't be shocked if there was a penalty here, but there isn't. Okay, so all of those things can be true. So again, you can see the stem here, hard 1, reset, and just not violent enough at the top of that route. And is that supposed to be a natural, artificial, occasional pick from the slot as well? I don't know. Whoop. It sure looks like there's a lot of contact there. But I think we can help ourselves, and this unit will see significant growth as this perimeter probably gets some additions, but also just some growth, some development to be able to give us the win. Because Bryce makes the correct read. We got to hook that up. Slant 1-on-1, 3rd down. Next one here, 1st and 10. Oh, my guy, 19. The first time that I saw that, the number 2 up top running a little, we'll call it a seam. I thought this was a drop touchdown. In reality, 21 gets his hand on it, gets his paw on it. The nickel or star to our left. To me, this is one of the first times where I probably think Bryce went to the wrong side. And again, I'm not sitting there in their quarterback meeting room. I can't tell you exactly what the read is, but I can tell you that universally, if we're going to run what I'm going to call here seam routes by these number 2s, and we're going to catch Tampa. So half field player, half field player. To me, I would most often want to go away from the mic. So to me, in universal Tampa rolls, he's almost always going to open to the number 3. Okay, look at that. You can speak football, right? Tampa 2 equals the mic opening to the number 3. Well, where's the number 3? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So if you got a Tampa read, you would say, okay, I expect him to open to the number 3. That would make me want to come down here with the throw. Now, there are reasons why you wouldn't. If this safety's too tight, if this guy's getting jacked at the line of scrimmage, there's lots of different reasons. But just in a pure kind of like everything is equal, seam versus Tampa 2, which way does he open? If he opens this way, the hole for this seam is going to be bigger. And so that's what I would say. Why didn't we throw this one? And again, only he knows. Maybe he doesn't trust 17. I don't know. You got to also acknowledge that this is just a really nice play from this nickel or star. It can be all of those things. I think it's an easier throw if he goes to the bottom. So yeah, it's a hell of a day. Could have been better. You can see 55. As soon as 55 opens to the number 3, to me, throw that thing down here to the bottom. The same tempo, the same ball, it's a touchdown to 17. And you got Judon back there trying to play the curl. Got it. Damn. It's a bummer. And, it could be a circus catch from your guy 19. If he catches it, he's my guy. If not, he's your guy. But right here, is it 21 or 20? I can't tell. It doesn't matter. He definitely hits it with his finger. But again, I'm just saying, man, this to me is not a hard read. Just watch 55, the middle linebacker between the hashes. He opens to the left. I mean, he's not even playing. He's not even matching to the 3. He's just hunting up to the field, to the wide side. Boom, 17. Touchdown. Damn. Next one here, 3rd and 9. This is a hell of a play from Bryce Young. We are hot down here to the bottom. We're going to throw what I'm used to calling a racer corner or out to our guy 19. Hell of a catch. Everything except getting the depth for a first down. No. 4th down. But this is a hell of a play. Right tackle, great job with the big squeeze or big duel. That's a hell of a throw. And this is a ridiculous throw, y'all. And this is just kind of what Bryce has shown he's able to do. So here's what I'm used to calling that racer, kind of sloppy corner out. Okay, it's a nice job by Thielen getting to the outside because that sure looks like outside leverage with middle field player. Okay, so that part of it is nice. In addition, we're hot down here to the bottom. So technically this is 2 on the right tackle. We'd love for him to take the most dangerous of those 2. It's 6-1, half dozen to the other on this one because the guy's coming from depth. But watch Bryce bail away from the free runner. So drift. Now watch him throw this thing with anticipation. Oh, y'all. We're at the end of the year. We're going to enjoy this. This is beautiful. This is what it is. This is why he was drafted number 1. This is everything that we loved about it. Okay. Increase the font, bold that thing. I love it. Okay. Anticipation. This is where he is right there, right? He's not near out of that thing. So as he comes out of that thing, we are already throwing it with versus tight leverage to the field, to the wide side, with a free runner coming at us as we drift away on 3rd and long. Hell yes. All to set up a 4th down where we go Steph Curry. It's a thing of beauty. It's beautiful. It is outstanding job. Watch the right tackle now. He's going to set on 17. It's B-gap pressure. Close the door. Pretty awesome. Boom. Drift. I love the weight of the pass, the touch, up on his face, catchable. That's beautiful. Hell yeah. And the very next play, 4th and 1. I love it. Right here, we're going to end up getting to the wing tight end 82 down here to the bottom, who's running a really cool little corner post poco deal. Now, there's a lot to love here. And again, all the attention should go to Bryce Young here with the whole Steph Curry throw it, turn away before he looks. And we'll absolutely celebrate it because it's awesome. It really is. But there's a lot of this route that I like, the play. Look at him turn. Look at him turn. I mean, that is beautiful. That is art, man. That is outstanding. That's so earmuffs me here. That is so fucking good. Now, what I really love about this play is something that a lot of teams run. Oftentimes you'll hear me say, fake it to him, throw it to him. So quarterback, you reverse out. You've got the back you fake it to, and then we're trying to throw it to him. It's like a long handoff, and that's almost always one. There's almost always something in the over. And then this is the unique part for me. So normally out of this formation, and this looks like almost, what would it be? 13 heavy. This looks like an extra offensive lineman. The wing tight end here normally would be running to the corner at this normal fake it to him, throw it to him, naked keeper world. But he runs this kind of corner post. And you combine it with what looks like the big guy doing kind of like a bang, shallow or flat back the other way. So there's this little wrinkle right here is outstanding. I love it. Because if it's not there when he puts his foot in the ground, when Bryce puts his foot in the ground, so this is a no-go, this is a no, well, then we've got a real option because that corner almost operates as like a glorified clear to me. Now, the thing that I think would scare the hell out of me if I saw this drawing would be, what is this guy doing? Now, if I knew he was just going to drop over here and cover this area at the end zone and look like a statue, well, then hell yeah, let's do this. If he were to follow this over and squeeze this thing, now I'd be real nervous because I couldn't see him or get eyes on him because I'm flipping around the other way. So because of this and this really cool route wrinkle to this play, this ends up being a hell of a fourth down. And again, you got to appreciate the aggressive play call. You know, we got there with a 3rd and long. We come right back, 4th and aggressive. Not there. You got that little split flow action with Sanders coming across here to protect the edge also. So no to the flat, no to the over, yes to the corner post. And I mean, he's standing by himself, right? There's no one around him. Again, this is an example of scheming someone open. In the end zone, no one within 5 yards. Beautiful. It is outstanding offensive architecture, design. You know, what that DB is doing up top, I don't know. But we're not going to make apologies for him. Just a great job by Bryce, not panicking. 4th and 1, no to the flat, no to the over, reset. You got to love that, man. That is awesome. Wow. Next one here, another example of Bryce Young, the creator. So we'll talk about the routes down the field, big play action, double move at the bottom, not there. We got some spacing issues, but I just love the fake pump here, the elusiveness, the creativity. Again, he just looks comfortable. This just looks like a point guard who's playing the game as it comes to him. Not forcing it. We're taking shots down the field. It's not there. We're protecting the play caller. Make a good decision. Fake pump. Get out of bounds. Protect yourself. So scheme-wise here, these, again, are examples to me of things that I would look to be cleaned up next year. Stutter, go. Okay, this route right here, to me, if we're going to run a stutter go, you can't allow this guy to run essentially this type of route because of the stutter, we're really going to arrive at this space at around the same time. So I would guess, and I would probably bet a lot of money, that this route versus man coverage is supposed to come flat here, like stair step him across, almost like a traditional crosser into this area. So think of it as this. First of all, I think you could probably do yourself a favor. If you're going to be tight, I don't love running condensed stutter go. If we're going to be tight, I prefer like a corner, like a 7-up type of thing to widen this thing for the crosser. So when you allow this guy to get in here, there's more space for him to operate. But versus man coverage, meaning someone's running with him, I like these guys to go flat. So the spacing of this thing to me is funky. That's the main part. Now, if someone's faster here, does it help too? Probably. It does. Okay, because the reality is because we're so tight here running the stutter go, and we take this kind of like banana angle, we just cover each other. So there's no real chance there spacing wise. Now, does one of those guys go rogue? Who the hell knows? Not me. Okay. Again, you can see 19's lapping 18 down here to the bottom with the stutter. That's not the spacing we're looking for, coach. So now we got to go create. Thinks about throwing it to the check down there. Makes a good decision not to. Protects himself going out of bounds. I just loved the decision making for the most part. And then the ability to not only extend, but to create. So it wasn't just extend, throw the ball away, avoid a sack. It was extend, create, be unique, be Bryce Young. Next one here, 3rd and 8. This time we're going to hit Coker. He's the number 2, the point man on the bunch at the bottom. I love hitting in breakers versus middle field closed man. You got to always think from the inside receivers, you're going to have outside leverage. So any sort of in breaker has got an opportunity for the correct leverage for you to get in there and win. I also love the fact that Bryce Young work in the middle part of the field in this game. So overcoming the height issues, can't see around people, anything like that. We're going to go right here, up, and whether this is a crosser or a true basic, it doesn't really matter. Point on the bunch. He's going to be outside leverage with middle field closed most often. Okay, so he's outside leverage. That immediately makes me think, I love the in breaker. We'll have the leverage we want to run away. You know, maybe a sharper route here makes things easier. But as long as we're on the same page and we can throw strikes and we can be precise with our ball location, you've got great opportunities for third down conversions. So fights through some contact, makes a hell of a catch. And again, you can really see Bryce Young ripping this thing. So I'll pause this thing right as he lets it go from behind so you can see him working the middle of the field. Again, that's a lot of traffic right in front of you. That's not a clean look. That's not 7-on-7. That's not routes on air. That's third down in the league. Throw a strike, go make a play. Hell yeah. Next one here, touchdown pass. This looks like stick nod lion. So stick nod up top, lion to the bottom down here. Verse 0. You know, my one complaint about stick nod to the left is we really have no hot to the left. So you got to play hot to the right. So free runner to the left, hot to the right. I mean, I would classify that as some pretty poor defense, if I'm being honest. But still, it's a great job of operating the offense from Bryce Young. So at the end of the day, what's going on? We've got a free runner right here. So everyone else is blocked up. What I'm calling lion down here is a 1-step slant with a 3-step slant. This is cover 0 across the board. Birds on a fence, even though they're pressing your guy. Okay, what this route is up top is stick, nod, with that kind of drive China, or that kind of stick China up top. So verse 0, none of these routes are really hot. I guess maybe you could throw the go up top if you wanted to work a hot. But because the free runner is right here, I think it's personally much harder to play quarterback where you've got to come back here and throw a hot away from where the free runner is. But they make this look easy. And again, I'm acknowledging the fact that they make it look easy versus some pretty poor defense. But it's a great answer, right? You got 18. You also have 83. Again, I would classify that as not even a good route from 83 down here to the bottom. It looks slow, like he's kind of confused what he's got. Maybe he didn't know the signal, and he ends up getting a touchdown. Pretty sweet. Again, you can see it. I don't know if Bryce is looking for a restart of the 25, or that's a signal. Sure looks like he's making an L there for lion to the right. Catch it, get it out of your hand, free runner, hot, have answers, touchdown, hell yes. Next one here, 1st and 25, y'all. 1st and 25. We're going to throw a rail, hole shot up top to Sanders, 0. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Sanders. Have been, I feel like, for a long time. This is a beautiful throw. This is a straight up fucking laser. Okay? No earmuffs. Let it wash over you. This is a throw. This is for all the guys who said he can't make all the throws. That's the throw. It's beautiful. Now, to me, this is what I'm used to calling double stick. So there's a stick. I think this is supposed to be a stick. Who knows what the hell he's doing? This is that must outside release go, and it's to protect those inside routes. But if you catch cloud, meaning rolled up flat player from the corner and half field player from the safety, you can rip this hole shot if you can do it. Now, again, it's to the wide side of the field, right? We're on this hash down here to the bottom. You really have no answer down here to the bottom. I'm used to calling this drag and slant flat. So yeah, maybe you could go to one of these sticks, theoretically. But I love this. This is a big time throw. And I usually think of seams. The ceiling on most seams is 22 yards. So they're on the 48. So there's 20. Okay, so you'd want to get this up and down before the 26. But that 28 yard is kind of that like sweet spot right there. And to be able to drive this thing to the field to a tight end on 1st and 25 is awesome ball. That's a dot. That's a dot. It's simply a beautiful throw. Look at the base. We'll say all his cleats in the ground because it's white on white on the line. Look when he throws that thing. Look at Sanders up top. He's not even by the cloud corner yet. It's awesome. God, that is awesome football. That is a beautiful rail shot. In the honey hole, outstanding. Simply outstanding. Just one of those throws that you just, I mean, and the fact that he does it off his toe is just crazy to me. But that is a beautiful throw. Dot. Right on the money to a tight end. Hell yes. Next one here, 3rd and 1. And we're going to end up running this thing in for another touchdown. This, again, is a beautiful job from Bryce Young. Extending, buying time, not there, creating. Hell of a job. With the nose for the end zone, too. Outstanding. Now, I think of this play as more of a man-centric red zone play. They catch some version of zone, match zone, whatever you want to call it, and it's not there. So to me here, when you run these kind of essentially double crossers, so it really doesn't matter who's over, who's under, but you really, what you have is this. And these guys are usually running with landmarks either to the back pylon, front pylon, whatever. To me, those are man-centric routes. Now, whatever this is supposed to be, I don't think it's a traditional naked where he's thinking he's got to come out here and throw a flat. So all of a sudden they're in coverage, right? So that these guys are dropping back. So these crossing routes are no good versus zone. They're not confusing anyone. So now we got to go create. And so normally I feel like teams will often do like man zone checks. So this would be a good play where you would have the back lined up out here, motion him back and see how they adjust to get a man zone check. Now you can get trick sometimes with that stuff, but this to me is a bad feeling when you reverse out playing quarterback, turn around for a man play, and it's zone. And there's no one running with the crossers. So the safeties do a nice job of passing that off. And you always got to kind of know where 3 is with that defense. He does a nice job passing it off. We get out to extend. There's nothing there. We keep pushing it. Threat to run and throw. We've already seen him get outside the pocket and throw. This time he keeps it and runs. So nothing there. I thought Bryce did a really nice job of protecting the play caller. So we're taking shots. We're being aggressive. It's not there, though. Don't force it. Get out, create. Not there. Take it yourself. Find the end zone. Hell yeah. Next one here. 2nd and 10, 4th quarter, 42 seconds left to go, tie game. And we're going to get out and extend and create. Now, we'll talk about the read here, what the play is after. But this is an opportunity for a big play. And my guy Zero just can't make the play. Now, is it a perfectly thrown ball? No. Does he put it where he probably wants? No. Does he give Sanders a chance here? Yeah, he does. And that's really all you can ask. So gets out, extends, creates. 27 has his back turned. Anytime a defender has his back turned, he's only covering the width of his shoulders. That ball hits him in the right hand. Now he's got to make maybe a one-handed catch because he can't get his left hand in there. But that's some pretty good opportunity. And again, it's because he's extending, he's creating. Whatever this was, it sure looks like they're trying to take a shot up here with like a little in and go. I think they run like a little swirl or 7 stop down here to the bottom. This little like pivot gather right here. I personally, it would have been sweet if they would have had the pivot gather where he twirls out of that thing for like a double move up top. But I think Sanders just goes when he sees Bryce extend here, then he just goes. And 27 reacts, has his back turn, and a perfect throw would have led Sanders to the sideline. The ball is certainly underthrown, but it still gives him a chance. And it's just another example of Bryce Young, the magician, the creator, the guy who can extend and make these kind of plays, give his team a chance. So no. And again, he's got him right there, right? Like you can see exactly what he sees right there. We've got this thing. It's just slightly underthrown. We still give our guy an opportunity. It would have been a hell of a catch. It really would have. But still, the play is there. Could have ended this thing in regulation. Get out, create, eyes downfield, give us a chance. Yeah. Oh, so close. Next one here, 3rd and 4. Overtime. We hit the number 2 up top on a little slant. I'm used to calling this triple. Love this play call. Catch middle field close. You're almost always going to get outside leverage on the number 2 up top there, the star, the slot, or the nickel. Bryce does a beautiful job working these little quick slants in overtime. Again, I love the idea of getting in empty, just as a scheme with Bryce Young. So 3x2, clean, make it look clean. Give the pitcher an easy, clean pitcher. Middle field closed, one safety in the middle. We're running what I'm used to calling triple slant. Quick slant, traditional slant with that short in by the number 1. And you just read this thing inside out. The ball's almost universally designed to go to the number 2. And again, middle field closed. You got to think you're going to get outside leverage here. So this thing should be made to order. And it's just exactly how it's drawn up. It's excellent design, execution, a clean, clear pitcher. Give our guy a chance. It's a hell of a catch as well in a contested, tight environment. That's big time football. On third down, in overtime, on the road, division opponent. Hell yes. Next one here, 2nd and 12. Again, what I'm going to argue is middle field closed, in breaker to the slot down here to the bottom. This little wrap in or basic cross. They're just doing a great job. We're getting in empty. We're making the pitcher clean, clear. There's a lot of space out there, and we're just letting Bryce Young deal. And it's an excellent job. Big time connection with 18. Love the clutch elements of this. Now, to me, this is what I'm used to calling double stick up top. So quick out, run out. I'm almost guaranteed that this player looks like a back, runs the wrong route, whatever the hell that is. Okay, that's not it. And then down here to the bottom, run this little wrap or basic right here with a little short in or jerk over here. And again, I'm calling this middle field closed. Okay. To me, I see middle field closed. I'm immediately thinking, where is my slot in breaker? He's outside leverage right here. This time we even have even more space here. So this thing is made to order. I don't love double stick into outside leverage. Right now, maybe they're going to play some version of zone. Who knows who's going to drop out of here at the line of scrimmage. But I love how quickly he gets to that backside slot in. Boom. There it is. Again, look at the number 1 up top. You can see him probably run the wrong route. But that is so much space in the middle of the field. Just love it. Just an outstanding job. And I just love the fact that they stayed in clean, empty. Gave the pitcher easy to Bryce Young. Let him see it, decipher what's going on, get the ball out of his hand, be decisive. Another first down. And the last one we're going to show here is just Bryce Young, again, the creator. So we've got stick nod China down here to the bottom again, or stick nod loop return. It's not there. He doesn't like it. Don't force it. Get out, extend, have your eyes down the field, flip it. Almost get in for a walk-off touchdown pass here. Instead, we got to hand it off one more time. But this is just a beautiful job from Bryce Young. I mean, don't force it. It's not there. Get out, create, buy some time, eyes downfield. Got Judon in no man's land and get a hell of a play. Just a beautiful job. It really is. So we've already drawn up stick nod China or stick nod return. I'll do it again. This looks just like the play we've drawn up a few times, right? This is double stick down here to the bottom. And all stick nod China is there's the stick nod, and then that looper or returner comes back. So you really try to read that thing. Stick nod to this. So 1 to 2. Some teams will read this 2 to 3 based on maybe run a choice over here. It really doesn't matter. It's not there. He's got to go create. That's the thing that this thing shows more than anything else. It's Bryce Young creating, being the magician, extending plays, covering up. And there's nowhere to go with the ball. Don't force it. Don't make a bad decision. Get out and create. Push the line of scrimmage. Funky, unique arm angle release and almost get a walk-off touchdown. Just an absolute awesome job there of taking what the defense has given you. Again, empty 3x2 clear formation and pitcher. The defense looks exhausted. Not forcing it. Playmaker, look at that throw. Look at this flick. I mean, he is in his bag. I love it. Hell yes. So that is a wrap. Bryce Young, man, what a wild season, really. To see what he's gone through this year and to be playing at the level that he's played at, seemingly for the last good stretch of time, has been pretty damn impressive. It really has. I still don't necessarily think of them as a loaded perimeter. I think some pieces have developed nicely. I still think that, You'll see significant growth with Bryce as those pieces continue to improve, whether those pieces develop in-house or they go out and get additional help, additional speed. All of those things will probably help Bryce in the long term. But man, just looking at this year as a snapshot, you've got to be pretty damn impressed, not only of the resilience, the toughness, the ability to battle back after being benched and really not playing well early in the year, to be playing at the level that he played at. And then a game like this, you know, even though technically it doesn't matter, quote unquote, for Carolina in the long term, division game, on the road, overtime, and to play like he played, to create, to extend, to make big time throws down the field, to see the anticipation, to see the ability to drive the ball, to play the middle of the field, to create, to extend, to use his legs. I mean, just so damn awesome. And really, you know, this is probably beside the point of this video, but I think it's good evidence for many people. And I get it. This is at the very end of the video. Most people aren't even going to get here. But man, I think just about everybody needs to pump the brakes on having a hot take on a young quarterback early. It's just unbelievably difficult for a number of factors, for variables often outside the control of the quarterback. And so you get drafted high, you're probably going to a not great organization, a not great team recently. You're going to have to overcome many things. I know that can sound like excuses, but it's just the reality for most guys, most situations. And so to not rush to judgment, because even though it certainly didn't go his way last year, didn't go his way early on, you can certainly see the runway here for Bryce Young to turn into the player that everyone was hoping he would be when he was drafted number one. And I don't think that that's unique to Bryce Young. I think most guys drafted early probably have the skill set to be able to thrive, depending on the opportunity. Now, you have to go out there and create the opportunity, the scaffolding, the support staff, the cast around him, all those things. But this is just a really good example. And he's not the only one to say, hey, let's give it a few years. Let's see what it looks like on the other side. But man, as far as just for Bryce Young, just for Panthers fans, you got to be fired up to have a quarterback playing at this level, young, on a rookie deal, on an upward trajectory. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.